Morning, man. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the whole entire world that you happen to be. So, there's been a lot of fallout going on with this EasyRider biker.net thing. And it is interesting how angry this thing has made the biker club community. We reported on it a few days. Obviously, there was a story there called Confessions of an Outlaw, something like that, where some mention of pedophilia in the story. I never read it, but the publisher has come under a great deal of fire behind this. And we now have a formal letter that I got this weekend from the Coalition of Clubs that where they denounced the magazine. And it's really crazy because Easy Rider magazine has been a staple in the bike builder custom chopper scene. I never really messed with the magazine because in all of the pictures and all the videos and all the covers, they never had any African American women. So it wasn't a book. In fact, it was because of that I started the book Black Iron Motorcycle Magazine back in so many years ago. But anyway, they've come out with a statement. We're going to read that statement this morning, and it is what it is. But this, so you can screw up. You can screw up your reputation in a heartbeat, and that is what's gone on with this magazine. It's kind of horrible. So we're going to talk about that this morning. And the Hells Angels get their SHIT back from the police. And we talk about this all the time. Like, why do you got to go in these guys' clubhouse and take everything that has their logo on it? I mean, everything. Like, you don't need my matchbook cover for your property. You got two guys that you have accused of something wrongdoing. You get a search warrant to search our club. You got these guys for selling meth in Australia, but you want to take my T-shirts out of my clubhouse in San Francisco. It's ridiculous. So they got a bunch of their stuff back, and we're going to go and look at that. So they retrieved a large amount of personal and club property that was seized during an August 26, 2025 raid. This led to charges against two of their members. So we're going to be able to take a look at that. What else have we got going on here this morning? Yeah. Okay, let me see. I've got my new thing scrolling here. Also, we're going to talk about after a motorcycle club had a horrible loss. They are suing and imploring us to follow safety after a bad wreck. And I know this firsthand because we lost a whole chapter damn near that was run over by a drunk driver out on the street. So we'll talk about that this morning. And then we have our special guest, the lovely Tia is back in the house. And we'll be talking about, and then we also have Big Bone in the house, and we'll be talking about disrespectful women on the biker set. And this is going to be an interesting interesting conversation. We're actually going to talk about actual MC protocol, perhaps, as to how you should deal with committed men and married men if you are a woman on the biker set and you're trying to interact with those people. Big Bone, who is a star among stars on the motorcycle set, has to deal with this. And so Lavish T. Williams, not yet, because he's not married yet. But, after you get married or committed or whatever, some of the stuff these women do. And I got to tell you guys about an interesting thing that happened to me in church yesterday. Dang! It was interesting. So that and much more when we come back. We have Big Bone on from the Boneyard. We got Lavish T. Williams. We got Tia as a special guest in the house. Man, it's going to be really fun. I'll be back in a minute, a little bit more in a minute. So we're going to run two beginnings. Mine will be short, but since we're also on the Big Boneyard live as well, we'll be running his beginning as well. So let me see how to properly do this. This is going to be interesting. And we'll start with his first. Okay, so here's his. Action.
Welcome to the Big Boneyard. Enter at your own risk.
To pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.
Well, all righty then. All righty then. What's up, my friends? It's Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever you happen to be, and allow me without any further ado to introduce my co-host, the Honorable Commissioner Lavish T. Williams. Lavish T.
What
Williams.
up,
Man?
What's happening? What's the deal? What's going on?
We are the only motorcycle club channel and protocol channel in the entire world to have our very own commissioner in the house. What's up, man?
Oh man, I can't call it, man.
And allow me to also introduce our guest from the Big Boneyard, the mighty Big Bone 1%er. Yeah.
Hey. What's going on, everybody?
What up, Big Bone?
Lavish, good to see you, my brother. Good to see you.
Hey man, I had one of my Tampa guys, man, from Tampa come down, come up here.
Yeah.
He spoke on you. He said he can't wait the next week. He'll be chopping it up with you anyway.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
We have in the background Goose, our producer, and we have in the background our new producer in training, MacGyver 1%er. And allow me to please introduce my new wife, the lovely Mrs. Tia. Redbone, I'm sorry. Redbone, the concrete rose.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
What's happening?
Love, honor, and respect.
Yeah.
Tia, say something. Something's wrong with your audio. Say something. Talk. Testing.
Say something. I love you guys. Good morning. God woke us up this morning.
Tia, log out and log back in, okay? Go out and come back in. Your audio has just gone to crap for whatever reason. All right, guys.
I see you went to church. I heard you went to church yesterday. I've never heard you say, yeah, I was in church. I pick up on all of that stuff. I pick up on all of that. So the wife got you in church?
You know, I somehow thought things would change. I thought somehow Monday morning you wouldn't.
That's a good thing, man. That's a good thing, though.
This girl posted up, and everybody I know, he's in church. I can't believe he's in church. Yeah.
Now, you know, when you get married, I haven't been married, but you know, they say what I see when you get married, that wife can change you around.
Man. She woke up.
That's a good thing.
She woke up. Am I going to be in church this morning with my husband?
Right.
What do you say? No, you're not. We're not doing that. And she been bothering me about this is 2 weeks. So I was just like, so I can't go to church with my husband. Is that what I'm to think? So I was just like, okay, well, let's go to church. And then we get to church and something happens. I can't wait to tell you guys about it. But anyway, here we are this morning. First of all, let's get the news out of the way real quick here. First of all, this is a thing, and we just might as well go. Oh my goodness, there it is. We just might as well go ahead and cover this straight out. This is from the National Coalition of Clubs. Can I make it bigger?
Yep.
How big can I make it? I don't know if you guys can see it.
I got it right here.
Okay. The National Coalition of Clubs, representing the interest of motorcycle clubs and thousands of their members nationwide, is shocked and appalled at recent actions taken by the mutual ownership of EasyRiders magazine and Bikernet. On February 10, 2026, Bikernet published a story titled Confessions of an Outlaw, which essentially glorifies and exploits pedophilia and the sexual abuse of a minor. The exact same ownership publishes articles in both EasyRiders and on Bikernet. The National Coalition of Clubs strongly opposes this decision. Pedophilia in any form is disgusting, humorless, unacceptable, and against all conceptions of honor or morality. The NCOC will never support, endorse, advertise, or fraternize with EasyRiders or Bikernet as long as the current ownership remains. It is intolerable that ownership of such an iconic symbol in biker culture would publish such a piece for any reason whatsoever. There is no world in which pedophilia or crimes against children should ever be viewed as entertaining or meaningful. Moreover, any attempts at deflection through gaslighting members of the motorcycling community should also be rejected. Rest assured, thousands of people are equally disgusted. The backlash against this ownership group goes far beyond the opinions of one or two people. EasyRiders and Bikernet ownership clearly have no sense of reality and no sense of current political culture. This is truly a sad day. Respectfully, the National Coalition of Clubs. And Big Bone, I'm sure you wanted to say something.
Man, yeah. In regard to, so I've been getting responses to the decision that EasyRiders and Bikernet made to publish that filth for days now, days. And of course, needless to say, the West Florida Confederation of Clubs North Florida Confederation, the Boneyard chapter, ABATE. Everybody has official responses to that, and they're all pretty interesting. I think one of the most important things about this story is this: EasyRiders has been around forever. In fact, it's the original owner and editor of EasyRiders started ABATE. It initially stood for a Brotherhood Against Totalitarian Enactment, but they changed the acronyms later on. But the point is that has been an iconic and solid brand for a long time. My only issue ever was they didn't really mess with black folks too tough, but it is what it is. So the guy now, his name is Keith Ball. Keith R. Ball is the new owner. At last year, September of 25. He got money, so he purchased EasyRider, moved the headquarters to Sturgis. The people that used to own it was Joe Teresi owned EasyRider. He died, and his wife, what's her name? His wife, Ellen Teresi, sold it to this guy Keith R. Ball, who was going to keep the brand alive and all like that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the issue. The issue is Keith R. Ball is this big time, MAGA guy, a lot of money, big time Trump guy, right? So, in their great wisdom, my sources tell me, and we've heard this again and again and again and again over the past few days, his goal in letting some filth like that fly was to minimize the whole idea of, Trump or the Epsteins and all like that. Oh, it's not such a big deal. Let's normalize the idea of some grown-ass man going after a 13-year-old girl at her elementary school. If it's not such a big deal, and folks
it's not just MAGA. It's people all over the world, including princes and politicians and rich people and billionaires all over the world. So
I understand that. What I'm saying is
normalize that kind of behavior. It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, my point is that Keith Ball, he wasn't concerned with princes. He's an American MAGA guy. So his thing was his guy is getting heat because of this. So, hey, if this pedophilia thing is not a big deal, or it's somehow marginalized, then maybe it's not so bad. Maybe people wouldn't give his guy so much heat. But in response to that, and I was very pleased to see that a number of different folks actually addressed that in their responses to Keith Ball, Bikernet, and EasyRider. So, in fact, if you notice the last words in that COC letter, it actually says, where was it? Moreover, any attempts at deflection through gaslighting members of the motorcycling community should also be rejected. Rest assured, thousands of people are equally disgusted. The backlash against this ownership group goes far beyond the opinions of one or two people. What they're doing, and in fact, there's a couple other things that actually refer to. They're speaking to him. They're speaking to him because of the reasons for what he did. The reason as to why he allowed this. I'll real quick. I'm gonna give you. This is the West Florida Confederation of Clubs response, and that was this. The West Florida Confederation of Clubs stands firmly against pedophilia and these other disgusting actions or the description of such. We refuse to support or endorse any individual, organization, politician, or political movement that embraces this sort of depravity, no matter its origins or political position. We do not differentiate based on an individual's business connections or political affiliation. The depravity of pedophilia and crimes against children should not be ever ignored, especially when the accused is a well-known, rich and powerful. Standing against these disgusting acts should never be deflected, making it a question of Democrat versus Republican. It is quite simply a matter of good versus evil. We will not support any organization or individual that has engaged in these acts of depravity, tries to deflect our attention from these acts, or glorify these acts of pedophilia in an attempt to normalize this depravity, making it acceptable. So that's the opinion of the West Florida Confederation of Clubs. And then another really good one was from the ABATE's Boneyard chapter. I'll find it. It's actually kind of short, but let me see if I can find that bad boy for you. Where did it go? Okie dokie. Okay, here it is. Nope, that ain't it.
We also see
I'll find it another time.
We also see here that the MRF has made the Motorcycle Rights Foundation. Is that what MRF stands for?
Yes, the Motorcycle Rights Foundation.
They put out a statement as well, and so this thing has legs. It is absolutely. I had no idea that it has picked up legs so quickly, but it has legs, and people are definitely pissed off at whatever that man wrote in that story. It was horrible, and
it was ridiculous. It glorified. So the idea behind it, and I'm for sure going to censor myself. We did a show about it last night, and so censorship is necessary. But basically, it tells the story of a outlaw style biker by the name of Renegade who rolls into this town and heads to the local elementary school where a bunch of 13-year-old girls fight each other for the opportunity to ride on the back of his motorcycle. He thought that was such a cool thing that he took her to the local strip club where she made this money. Yeah. I wasn't going to go into the extra disgusting stuff, but long story short, it's a romanticized version of pedophilia. It's disgusting, and the way that they just casually slide it on in there, like this is just any given Tuesday, is a blatant attempt to normalize this disgusting activity, and it's not a real thing. I got it right here, so I can run through this super fast. This is from the Boneyard chapter of A Beta Florida Inc. Or excuse me, the Boneyard chapter of A Beta Florida wants to make our position absolutely clear regarding the recent article published by Bikernet, subsidiary of EasyRiders. That publication chose to release a magazine article depicting an outlaw motorcyclist engaging in a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old child and luring her into prostitution. This kind of content is reprehensible, and we refuse to stay silent about it. We have zero tolerance for pedophilia, crimes against children, or any content that depicts, glorifies, or attempts to normalize such acts. There is no gray area here. We will not stand behind, promote, or align ourselves with any person, organization's political figure, or movement that participates in, excuses, or attempts to normalize this type of evil, regardless of who they are, how much money they have, or what side of the aisle they sit on. Wealth, power, and influence do not buy a pass from us. This is not a political issue. Anyone who tries to frame it as one is simply trying to distract from the truth. Protecting children transcends party lines. It is a matter of basic human decency and morality, good versus evil. It is really just that simple. We have no part in supporting anyone who has committed these acts, covered them up, or tried to shift the conversation away from accountability. The Boneyard chapter calls on every biker and every chapter in our community to take the same clear, uncompromising stand. Children deserve better. We will always stand up for them each and every time. The Boneyard chapter of A-Bait, Florida. I've been getting those letters from so many. Now, obviously, those full disclosure, I'm involved with either of those organizations. So I figured, hey, I'll go ahead and get their word out. But there are a ton from all over the country. I've been getting them for days now. But the theme is always the same. Everybody who knows what time it is, they always address it's not political, because this, Keith Ball is political, and he's want to make it that. That's not what it is. It's not about politics. It's about right and wrong.
Yeah. Amen. Yeah, this is horrible. This story. So I think, at least for the moment, the magazine has been sorely damaged, and I feel bad for the staff who I think put out something saying they had nothing to do with it, but if you're part of the staff, you do know that went into the magazine before it came out. So I don't know. I think I would have maybe quit, but people have been working there forever, and you can't do anything when the boss comes in and decides he wants to do some dumb shit, and it's his magazine, regardless of whether you've been working there forever or not. It's just a horrible thing. And we here at Black Dragon Biker TV join in with those people that are feel like it's reprehensible. And I never really messed with the magazine at all because it just really wasn't a magazine that included our people in its coverage. So I started my own magazine many years ago. That's one of the things that got me sitting here in this desk right here doing this, was the fact that there was no coverage about us at all. That's one of the reasons I helped make the movie Biker Boys. That was one of the reasons that they called me to come out to Hollywood and be a technical advisor on the movie. It was all because of underrepresentation, and the whole thing that got me in this was when the father of the Black Sabbath Nation, when I went to him and asked him, hey, why don't we have any pictures from magazines? We had pictures in the Black Sabbath clubhouse of Black women, and they were in these liquor ads. And that was the only, back then, that was the only people that would put us in their magazines was liquor ads. So I said, why do we got all these liquor ads up in the clubhouse and no women on motorcycles like an Easy Rider magazine? And he said, well, Easy Rider doesn't put our women on the cover, and we want Black women, so we'll have the liquor ads up. And I said, well, why don't they put us in their magazine? And he said, aren't you a writer? Aren't you a photographer? Why are you waiting around for somebody else to put you in their magazine when you can make your own? And that's how I started in Black Iron, from the father of the Black Sabbath Nation. It's how I got started in this entire business, was because of that magazine's not refusal, but blind eye towards the African-American biker scene, which was up and running since the very beginning of motorcycles. But anyway, next story.
The comedian, I'll tell you this real fast. The comedian Samore, the Black girl, tall, pretty woman, the comedian, her name's Samore. She was talking about Billy D. Williams in her latest Netflix special, and she was saying how Billy D. Williams, he was the man in the 70s and 80s. He was like Brad Pitt. It's like Brad Pitt of white people or something. But as big as he was, the best that he could do was to get, instead of like American Express or something like that, he was the face and the name behind Colt 45, the cheapest liquor that there was, and she made the joke like, hey, if you have a bottle of Colt 45, you'll fight everybody in the auditorium, but remember him, don't let the smooth taste fool you. That was Billy Williams, and he was like
my childhood. That was Billy D.
Yeah.
Colt 45.
That was as good as we could get, was Colt 45 with Billy D. So yeah, that was a thing, man.
All right, next story. Hell's Angels got their ish back. This was an interesting story to me because I've always said, why do they got to take everything out of these people's clubhouse when they go there? So
to embarrass them and make them feel superior.
Make them feel inferior and make the police feel superior. Absolutely. Here we go. Action.
Obtained search warrant from a judge. They made some statement. They obtained search warrant from a judge. They made some statements in the search warrant about why they wanted to go in. A judge signed off on the warrant, but what their motivation was, we really don't know. We only know what we see on paper. We're just glad that they're doing the right thing and returning the property. And it took some prodding, but we're glad they're doing the right thing.
That morning, my phone just started vibrating, and the phone's ringing, but it's on vibrate. So I'm trying to read the text. I'm trying to see who's calling.
Damn.
And one of the neighbors is.
That's a lot of stuff.
Wow. House. So I get to the end of our street, Second Avenue. I can see down the street. I get out. I go up to one of the Homeland Security guys that's on the perimeter and let him know who I was. I lived there. I walked into a house and I thought, they were moving us out and trying to make us feel as unwelcome as they could.
Some of us stay there quite a bit. You know what I mean? I have a room there. One of the other members has a room there. And he has a lot of personal belongings there, jewelry and artifacts. And, he's been a member for 25 years in the club. So he has a lot of items that, one can't be replaced, two that he's had for the majority of his adult life. You know what I mean? And all the stuff they take has nothing to do with the case that they're trying to put on us.
Damn.
So the reason behind them taking anything really doesn't make any sense.
They do a search warrant. They have to take an inventory and leave documentation of what they took when the police execute a search warrant. If they take 3 things, it's pretty simple. They write down a fairly detailed description of what they took. For this warrant that they executed, they took, I think it was 127 different items listed on their inventory, but some of the descriptions were pretty specific, and I think will be easy to identify what the item is here. Others are, box of HA hats, and there's multiple entries like that, so it makes it much harder to inventory or to confirm what they're giving back.
Wow, look at that.
I mean, honestly, when we got there
That's
after 6-7 hours and we were allowed to go back on the property, it looked like we had basically, if we were given 48 hours to vacate the property and we had to take everything with us, that's what
shit everywhere. Just shit everywhere, I'm sure. Let's see. Hell's Angels, with notoriety comes a highly coveted brand, which is growing concern for members after police raids seizing items at a Mesa clubhouse coincided with charges against 2 of their members. There's a lot of it that gets taken by police in multiple cases across the country that never gets returned. It gets lost because they have such a big brand, and you got something that says Hell's Angels on it. There was a cop a couple of years ago who was actually arrested and fired for stealing motorcycle club memorabilia from busts and stuff like that and taking their stuff. And I remember when I got pulled over down in when I was doing like 120 miles an hour, I got pulled over and they arrested me for that. The officer down in Henry County told me to put my vest on my motorcycle in the saddlebags. He told me if we take your vest, you're probably never going to see it again. And so I know that happens firsthand. There's a lot. Yeah. Somebody said something. So Jason Mercer, Hell's Angels Mesa president, told the Arizona Republic February 19th, as Mesa police released and seized the property of the group, you could go online right now and find the stuff for sale. Nothing seemed to miss about the hundreds of returned possessions. So they seem to have gotten all their stuff back this time. Reviewed soon after the retrieval from the Mesa Police Department property building near Club Drive on Main Street. Pisses me off that you got to go get the stuff back. They need to be able to, they should have to bring it back and put it back on the walls.
Man, look, let me tell you, I'll give you one better. When I want to say this was about, was it 2015 thereabouts, when they came after me with the special team and the joint task force and all like that, and they grabbed me up out in the world. And so long story short, the authorities, because I'm not sure as to which department it was that took possession of my stuff, and I think they split it up amongst the group of them between federal and state. Anyway, they took my car, all my cell phones, because I had more than one. They took my cell phones, they took my car, they took my laptop and a bunch of other items, right? They took all my stuff. So the whole time I know I'm going to beat this case. I'm going to get all my stuff back. But y'all took my car. I kind of want my car back. Do you know these fools they took my car and they, what they call it when they take your confiscate, they confiscated my car, not confiscate, it's another word. When they took my car and they put it up for auction and would not allow me to, or as a matter of fact, what they said was my car was going to be put up for auction and I wasn't allowed to even bid on my own car, but it's my car. So they said if I wanted my car back, considering the case hadn't been disposed of yet, we hadn't finished the trial. This is 2 weeks after they did the whole big bust, right? I had to purchase my own car back at fair market value. So I had to pay for my own car twice, and it was a pretty penny. So I like my car. So I ended up, and I called my lawyer. My lawyer said, hey, it's Florida. That's the law. They took your stuff. If you want it back, you got to buy it back. And the only thing they would allow me to buy back of my own stuff was my car. Now, after I beat the case, I said, hey, you guys owe me money for having bought back my own car and for all the stuff that you took. So either give me my stuff back or give me some money. And they said, F you. I never got my stuff back. Nothing. The only thing I got back was the car. And somebody just asked, what are my thoughts on HB 429?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there every show. Damn. Anyway, no firearms were taken, and they got their stuff back. Let's see. No firearms were taken. Hell's Angels Mesa Clubhouse near Broadway, according to Mercer. He said police firebombed the doors and windows and drove a tank through the front gate. Jesus Christ. They absolutely destroyed our property, Mercer said. Most of the items taken appeared to be memorabilia, including artwork and some keepsakes of high sentimental value, as well as furnishings. There was some damages and broken pieces that needed either repairing or replacement, Mercer said. Man, look at the place. Oh, my goodness. It is, see where they effed it up. Mercer was among a dozen men from the Hells Angels who helped load the clubhouse's possessions, mini box and others too big to contain, in bins into pickup trucks and cargo trailers. So they had to just go move back in. Jesse Macias, a police department spokesman, said February 20th that an active investigation involving members of the Hells Angels was underway, but declined to comment further. Here's some pictures, some more pictures. This thing is just horrible, man. That they get to do you that way. It's just horrible that they get to do you that way, but they do. So they did. And it seems that it's just horrible. It's just horrible. I don't even know what to say. Next story. A motorcycle club asked for safety after a recent wreck. Let's see.
Last week, motorcycle clubs like Blue Line LEMC are urging drivers to stay safe on the roads. 6 News reporter Jack Ziskin is on your side with their message.
On the corner of Kingston Pike and Jamestown Boulevard in Farragut, a memorial to a life cut short, and the motorcycle community mourns.
When we hear motorcycle down on the news, crash, every club that I know of immediately goes, oh.
Blue Line Motorcycle Club is comprised of retired law enforcement officials urging riders to stay safe.
You need to wear your DOT helmet, your gloves, your protective gear, high-vis material.
Whether you ride on 2 wheels or 4 wheels, the club is working to make sure that all drivers can share the road safely.
Watch your blind spots. Give room to motorcycles, at least 3 cars, at least. Because you don't know what they're going to do.
Lakin teaches young motorcyclists a technique he calls WWF. First, wiggle the handlebars.
If you're sitting in the car and you see the lights move a little bit, you go, oh, there's a motorcycle. It just gets their attention.
Then watch the left front tire.
If that left front tire starts to rotate, start to brake. Because that car doesn't see you or hasn't acknowledged you yet.
And if that doesn't work, flash your lights.
You know, I've been to a lot of motorcycle funerals, okay? Just because things happen. Most of them could be avoided. Most of them could have been avoided.
Because no matter who you ride with, you can only enjoy the journey if you reach your destination.
You'll see motorcycles, we do a signal to each other as we're driving by. You'll see them do this, where you take your hand and you drop 2 fingers. And all that means is, hey, buddy, get home safe. Get home safe.
Blue Line and other motorcycle clubs are encouraging everyone to stay safe, drive slow, and enjoy the ride. In Farragut, Jack Ziskin, 6 on your side.
Lincoln says motorcycle crashes can happen when a car moves in front or behind a motorcycle, leaving the driver without enough. This can happen when
on your side.
Lakin says motorcycle crashes can happen when a car moves in front or behind a motorcycle, leaving the driver without enough time to brake.
Yeah, we wanted to get that in. Wow. So I never heard of WWF before. Have you?
No. That's WWF. What did he say? Wiggle, what?
Wiggle your front. Wiggle. So if you ride your motorcycle, just wiggle every now and then. And when you wiggle that's the same effect as having that stutter light on your, when you hit your brake light, that stutter light that comes on. And then he says, watch the left front tire. If you see the left front tire turn towards you, you know that driver does not see you and hasn't acknowledged you. And then F for flash your lights. I think that's what he was for. So that's some people have a pulsating headlight, and they have a pulsating tail light. And the pulsating headlight, just right as you're going down the street, it pulsates so that it'll catch a driver like, oh, that light just pulsated, so people were watching you. And then others have a tail light that does the same thing. Whenever you hit the brake, it flashes 3 or 4 times to let somebody behind you wake up that might be following you. Robin Jammin says, Shadow says, I zigzag in my lane when in traffic. Same thing. Hey, Chaplain Barefoot, man, give me a call. I got to run something by you, man. I've been trying to find your phone number, man. Please give me a call, Barefoot Chaplain. I can't find your phone number nowhere. Good to see you on the show. What?
I'm you know, these names. Just these names.
Yeah, Barefoot.
Hey, Barefoot Chaplain actually came here to the Dragon's Lair.
Really?
Yeah. He's a great guy. I want to chat here. Let me put my phone number up for you, Chaplain, in case you don't have it. I can't find your number nowhere. I've been trying to call you for 2 weeks. So here's my banner. Here's my phone number, man. Give me a call at 404-692-0336. There you go. Boom, on the bottom. Call me, Chaplain, after the show. All right. Now, let's get to our topic for today. Right after, let me do this real quick. Let me play my quick commercial.
It's a purpose-driven attitude, looking in the mirror and seeing you, looking back at you. Black King, you, pointless platitude.
Oh, that's my commercial. I got to do it better. Black Dragon, Biker Club defense expert witness. Give me a shout if you're in trouble and you need help. All right. Our new topic for today, our MC protocol topic, is disrespectful women on the biker set. You go through this, Big Bone.
Yeah. It's it's been, and I mean, for a long time. I've been on the set for a long time, and I've seen different variations of it. So we have these conversations that it's a recurring conversation that always happens when you're on the set, and it doesn't matter whether you're a probate or the national president or something or other. If your old lady is with you on the set, inevitably there is some other woman who wants to be with you on the set. And the fashion in which they make their intentions known are sometimes less than desirable. So that's a real fancy way of saying,
oh wow, that was cute.
that was so politically correct.
So cute.
Right? Yeah, but sometimes you'll be out and about with your old lady, and this could be your wife, your PO, your girlfriend. Maybe she's on the set, maybe she's off the set. She might be a house mouse who's decided to come out for a change. But sometimes there's women who don't really respect that, but then there's also where your wife can kind of get confused, because if you're a Black Dragon, and Redbone is right here, so I know she can attest to this, but they see Black Dragon, they're seeing the star. There's a certain amount of celebrity that goes along with this thing, whether you're doing podcasts like we are, or whether you're just somebody who's well known or popular or well liked on the set. They see Black Dragon and they're thinking, hey, I look up to him, let me come and give him a hug. That's a different thing than a chick like, let me give you my number and here's my room number, and where you gonna be at 4:30. I'm on the 12th floor. That's a different kind of thing, right? And I think the challenge for a lot of us, for us brothers, the challenge is, one, us being quick enough to identify the difference between the two. Because I'll admit, over the years, I've I've been slow sometimes, you know, as I talk to a lot of folks, I've been slow to catch that, trying to talk to me. You know, this ain't about, you know, the latest thing going on as far as legislation in the biker community, right? She's trying to, you know, do something different. So we got to be a little quick to make sure that we understand that when we see it, but at the same exact time, we have to make sure that our wives, they understand that there is a platform that we have, and we are not supposed to just shun everybody that comes over, and they have to differentiate between, is this and pardon my French, is this a fan or is this a girl that's trying to smash? You know, so it's short.
So I'm sure you've gone through this with your beloved. I know I've gone through it with mine. So Tia, as you talk about this, let's get your take.
Can I be myself?
No, absolutely
that's
not.
all I want to know is, am I allowed to be myself? Because I don't know how to be nobody else but myself.
No, be something else.
You are so funny.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I learned early on when you brought me on the set about how disrespectful women could be. I was standing right beside you, hand in hand, and a woman walked up on the other side of you and held your hand. The brother you was talking to was the one that corrected her. Like, don't you see this man here with his woman? What? And she was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, whoa.
Remember that. I don't remember that.
Whoa. So I had to learn early on how to deal with a celebrity on the set. I had to. Or
who's Tia? Who's the celebrity?
She is.
Well, I'm talking about Black Dragon right now. Cause
right on.
Uh-oh. Somebody must have called and knocked her offline.
One of them women got mad.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. You gotta go through this, Lavish. You gotta
No, I've been through it. I've been through it. Not on a heavy magnitude, but I know on both sides as having a woman on the set and or just how women, you know, on the set move.
So I remember, so had I been with Tia Tia was there that night where that woman had you just in like locked, and she was face to face with you, and she like held you for like 10 or 12 minutes. And I was thinking to myself, boy, had that been Tia.
See, it's kind of, first, I think that dealing with a person like us, and when I say us, a likable person, a podcaster, somebody that's trendy, that's, you know, over the internet, a female, a woman that's dealing with us really has to just understand that that's kind of part of what comes along with the territory.
Right.
And it takes a tough woman to be able to, you know, to deal with that, especially if they're not from the set, because this is like, hey, what is all of this? It's unfamiliar, you know, to a lot of women that come out on the set, and it can cause problems depending on the type of female that you have. And then, you know, the guys have to be accountable as well as far as the way that they move and what they allow women to do and not do.
Right.
That makes a difference. Like the example that you gave when we were at the Lavish Biker Bash and you seen that lady talking to me. That lady was talking to me, and it was
about business. She was trying to talk about business, wasn't she?
Yeah, it wasn't something, you know, disrespectful. But if you don't have the right type of woman to understand the culture, she will impose herself into that and say, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Having the woman that knows how the set operates, then she knows I'll holler at him about that later. Hey, what was going on with that over there?
And you will get on
it
later too. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to be a tough skinned woman, but you got to be a tough skinned guy as well, because that table turns as well to a degree.
You know what I see happening a lot. because I don't want to just point the finger at the women, because women on the set, off the set, they don't really differentiate on the set, off the set when it comes to their man, right?
Correct.
And the thing is, though, as guys, we have to be conscientious of how we deal with who we deal with. And I think a lot of guys fall short, and I'll tell you why. It's not because what happens is like this. And this is more for them cats that's still kind of new to the game. And when I say new, I mean 5 years or less. They get the patch, and all of a sudden, they get the patchitis. He gets the patch, and all of a sudden, he is Billy D. He is Denzel. He's 10 foot tall, bulletproof, with a 12-inch arm. He's all that, because there's women who dig the set. They patch chasers. That's the thing. I don't, we're gonna keep it a buck here. So there's women who dig the idea of being with a guy from that club right there, or the fact that
or better yet, so we are somewhat celebrities because of the talk shows we have and stuff, but you can be a celebrity just by being an officer in the club, a sergeant at arms, a popular president, a regional, a national. So there, or just a very popular guy on the set, or maybe you own a clothing store or something. There are things,
big,
or a really nice motorcycle or something. There are things that make you popular on the set. But I don't want to drown Tia out. You were talking. What were you saying? Go ahead.
I forgot.
Look, I'll throw this out right quick. And as a woman, I think you get how you can probably see more clearly than some of the men. Some of these guys, with all that kind of attention that they didn't get 5 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever it is, their heads can get big. And now he thinks he's big 24/7. So he's feeling like all this out on the set, but now you got to go home with that same woman who's been watching you get your head blowed up. And now you're feeling like, I have seen more relationships destroyed because this brother got, he started believing his own hype, because, man, you ain't at the annual no more. Go take out the trash, will you? Like stop that for a minute. But now he thinks he's all that. So he thinks when he goes to Walmart that every woman in Walmart is going to act like every woman on the set, because he forgot he don't have on his magic rags no more with the patch on the back that made 14 of those women give him the time of damn day, when just a few years ago, when that back was slick, he wasn't getting that attention. So it's not even complex. It's almost funny when you watch it, So I tell these cats, like the new guys, telling them, like, whoever you were last month, be that dude when you get these rags, when you cross over. And I swear to you, I tell all the new guys about the woman situation. Like, hey, if she's not yours, keep your hands to yourself, first of all. Second, if some chick's trying to get at you, like if he's got an old lady, if a chick's trying to get at you, if you don't want the headache that comes along with that, then mind how you move. Now, but let's keep it a buck. You got some of these guys who can't wait to get on the set because they want to, run around with this girl, that girl, the other girl, because he ain't really worried about the one that's actually his. And them dudes, that's going to end up the way it's going to end up anyway. Like, that'll take care of itself anyway. But for these dudes who are in a solid relationship when you got to the club or when you got that position or whichever, if you want to keep that solid relationship, then just do the right thing. And it's too easy.
Yeah, but you know what? This is really about the women.
Yeah.
Who are disrespectful.
Okay, now that's a whole other thing.
This is really about them.
Yeah.
And the disrespectful stuff they do.
Beat them up.
Tia can tell you about some of those things, and that's what she wanted to talk about today. So go ahead and
well, with anything there's protocol. And a lot of times women will come up to you and just walk straight up to you and say, can I take a picture with you? And I'm not really the jealous type, but I'm not gonna stand for disrespect because I don't even give out disrespect. So protocol, we're in the grocery store and a woman wants to know what kind of dog we have. So she asks me, even though he has the dog. She said, what kind of dog do you have? And so he's like, why you asking her? I'm here with the dog. And her husband said it's protocol.
This was something that happened to us a few days ago. So T and I had been going back and forth because I kept telling her, you know, you're seeing things. She says, no, you are gullible.
Delusional.
I like gullible better, baby. She said, you're gullible. You are either stupid or blind. Because some of these women are coming up to you are being very disrespectful to me, and she was pointing some of that out, and I was like, no. So it just so happened we were in Walmart, and this lady came up to Tia about my service dog, and she asked, you know, what she said. Excuse me, ma'am, what kind of dog is that? And she started asking about the dog. And I said, why are you going to ask her about the dog? It's my dog. And this Jamaican man with the talking almost straight patois. And he was so cool. And he said, brother, you know, it's about the respect. It's about protocol. I can't even try to have the accent, but it's about the respect and the protocol and the honor and the respect. And he almost bowed when he did it. And boy, Tia was glorified. She was magnified by that. She crossed her arms and said to me later, that is protocol. That is respect.
Yeah, because you got some women that do stuff trying to be funny, trying to see what they can do, see what they can get out of it. You know, it's no different than a guy. And I'm only saying a guy because I'm a guy as Tia is a woman. When I see perfect example, I was in the store and it was a man and a woman. They were together. I didn't know what kind of olive oil to get. And I said something to the guy first, and then I asked the lady, because guys feel the same way. Hey, man, you know, you act like you don't see me, you know. And that's just the respect thing. To, you know, instead of just approaching the lady, saying something in front of this guy, you know, you kind of want to break, you know, any unease. And hey, you know, I got a question for you, man. You don't mind if I ask you, lady? Hey, what kind of olive oil? There's so many different olive oils. I'm looking for this to cook the salmon. And we all chatted and had a conversation where you might have a guy that come up, and I had it happen to me. I'm out with someone, a guy come up and say something straight to her, and I'm looking at him like, hey, homeboy, you all right, man? You good? Because now I feel like he was being disrespectful, man, and not very mannerable. And some people might say you take it out of content, but that's just the way that I feel, because I'm going to address the guy first. I'm going to say something to the guy first. I'm going to nod to the guy first, speak to the guy first, and then proceed if I have to. Or I'm going to make it about y'all. Hey, do y'all know which, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
I think it takes one time for you to be disrespected as a man by a woman. Like somebody disrespects you dealing with your woman, and then I think you'll see it better. But it's like all the time now. It's kind of funny to me because it's like, oh my gosh, she don't know. Nobody taught her anything, and just because we're grown don't mean we're educated to rules and regulations and protocol.
Right.
So sometimes you have to teach. I mean, each one teach one. So I'm not gonna sit here and allow him to write these books about how you need to act on the set, and then I don't have input in the book. So it's almost like I wrote a book too.
Right.
You know, and I just want to, I learned early on, if I wanted to be close to my guy, I had to love what he loved. And whatever he's into, if he's selling hot dogs on the side of the road, I'm going to stand beside him saying, you want ketchup or mustard?
Make sure you share that bit of information with your sister to the south. That part.
Well, I'm doing it now.
In trouble, Bone.
Right.
I'm doing it now. I'm using his platform to talk to my sisters, because I don't look at them like set.Hells or, the names that a lot of men call them. I know women, we like activity. And why would God put us here together if he didn't expect for us to help each other out and enjoy each other? But it's a way that you do things, and anybody will tell you, I'm like, you want me to take the picture? So you don't have to take the picture like that. I can take the picture. I don't mind helping him out. I know who I'm with. I know how to deal with his fans, because I have fans as well. But before it even gets to him, I will check a brother. I don't have no problem at all with doing that. Like, oh wow, you really?
Yeah.
And he knows that it'll never get back to him, because if I feel disrespected, I don't have a problem. And I'll handle you in such a way you didn't even know that I checked you. It's with love, and I have good intentions.
Right.
But I would just let them know it's very disrespectful. I mean, if you approach, we both sitting at somewhere together, it's okay to say hi to me. I'm cool.
Right.
But just to go straight to him like I don't exist, I feel like that's really disrespectful, because I wouldn't even do that to nobody else. I know protocol.
Right.
And I know you address a couple together, but a lot of women don't know that. So then it gets to the point like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to let him correct it. But when I see that he can't, or in a situation where he feel like, oh, she didn't sit on my lap, Tia. She was putting my drink on the table. And it's like, wow. So they see this celebrity, but when I see a kid, I can see the child in him.
Right.
And I know if you're not used to women just all over you all the time, and to get that attention, you got to learn how to deal with attention like that.
Oh yeah.
Like some women come on the set and they buck wild.
I'm just listening. I see Tia. She got Black Dragon by the collar, big ball. We're gonna get this in order. We about to get some order going, and we about to get this stuff. We about to get this record straight.
But I'm not even like that, and I think I think we're really best friends. I know he's my best friend, so us going on the set, even though we making money, we having fun. And to join him in this world, like I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, always in church. So I never really went to parties and stuff when I was younger. I've been out to parties more in my tenure with him than I have in my whole entire life. So it's just like, I don't feel like I have to compete with anybody. I know who I am. I know my role. You know what I'm saying? So when women come up, any king has fans. So I can't expect to be with a man of his stature and not have to deal with his fans.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love and respect him so much that I feel like if I'm going to join him in what he's doing, I know LeBron James' wife catch it. I know Michelle Obama catch it. But to be with a powerful man, you got to know your role and your position in his life. So I don't feel like I have to go toe to toe with anybody. I haven't not met one yet that I felt like that. So
I think it's very important to discuss, though. Redbone, do you not believe that Michelle Obama catches it too? Because,
I'm sure she does. I
just had to get that off my chest. I didn't even need an answer. I'm just saying Michelle Obama.
I don't want to be with somebody who don't nobody want.
Yeah, oh.
I don't want to be with somebody who don't nobody want.
Yes. I swear to you, I say that.
Yeah, so if I want you, I know that other women want you. And I wouldn't try to make him smaller. I'm going to feed into that. Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, don't nobody want me.
Oh, I just recently learned from Miami that that about and this is an interesting statistic I learned from Miami, that approximately 89.7% of the women in North America want to screw my brains out. Apparently. I didn't know that. But
You just learned that,
might
didn't
be higher. The number increases slightly on Saturdays. But, who knew? I had no idea. And apparently,
Well, I was always told you be a lady out here in these streets. You be a lady so that other women want to be you, and you be a lady that every man wants to be with you.
Well, I don't even think that they even paying attention, or they're not even following that. They're not even following that right now. From what I see right now, they're not even following that. That's true what you said, but the activities that you see out there, and then what it is, they just like guys, just like you said, Big Bone. You got guys that heads get blown up. These women, their heads really get blown up.
Oh man, for sure,
really get blown up.
Facts.
I mean, I don't take it. No, I'm not even going to say that.
Yo, I know what. Look, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. So, and since I don't got good sense, I'm just gonna say it. I've seen some women that out in the world, you think look like a car wreck happened, or I'm talking. I ain't beating up on nobody, but it's some women that, and I'm not lying, 4, 5, 50 pounds that will put on about 17 inches of material on their whole outfit, ass hanging out, and the whole thing got eyelashes longer than my taxes, right? And all that, and swear will cuss you out if you don't believe with them that they are the finest so-and-so in North America, right? Because them dudes blow their heads up, right? And then especially at an annual, boy, they gonna come all out, right?
Oh man.
But that's what happens on the set. You got these chicks who, and if you know damn well, if it's a Tuesday and they go out looking like that, in regular life, they don't get that kind of same reaction. They get a completely opposite reaction.
Yes.
But on the set, she feels like she's a superstar.
She a dime piece.
And will get up in a dude's face, woman or no, because all 527 pounds of her is sexy. And
hey,
they build their head up like that too. So it's not just on her own.
Big Bone just channeled the energy from you. He didn't because I was thinking exactly that.
But I'm telling you. Also, let's add the little cherry on top. Let her be in a club and like a social club, and she got some rags too. Oh man, what? Oh, you can't tell her nothing. She can have every man in here whenever the hell she wants. And they'll say, like, they'll move like that. And I'm not beating up on nobody. I'm just saying that one element of the set is that it will give you some unwarranted confidence.
It'll give you a false illusion of who you think you are versus the reality version of who you are.
It's not all that false because them cats be hitting on them. So it's not a false illusion. It's reality for where they are when they are.
Yeah.
But that's where being with a good woman, actually, I'm for real, I'm dead ass serious. When you have a good woman, and some folks take it a little too far, but when you have a good woman, she will keep you grounded and hit you with the will you take out the trash, or okay, with like come back down to earth type thing. And fortunately, like I'm one, and I'm not stroking my own whatever too much, but I've been blessed in the sense that I've been able to differentiate between accolades out in the world and interacting with regular folks. And I try not to differentiate between the way that I treat folks out in the world. And if you my folks, I F with you, right? No matter where I am. But everybody I've learned don't move like that. A lot of folks, boy, again, they get out there on the set, and that 500-pound chick or that dude who couldn't catch a date if his life depended on it, but now he got these rags, and boom, and the thing is, you got to remember, like you just said, Lavish, knowing where you're at, you know.
Yeah. Cause I seen some. You remember Sesame Street, Snuffleupagus?
Yes.
Man,
A snuffleupagus.
I seen some of those come through some of these parties and annuals, anniversaries, and they just know that somebody owed them a drink. Definitely gonna buy them a drink. Looking at them like, do you know who I am? And you got the other guy sitting back like, do you know who you are?
I like Slee Stacks better than
Slee Stack.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with them.
You got to be old to know what a Slee Stack is.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't hip to it.
I do.
So Tia, we often talk about problems and issues, but there is what's the solution? What would you say the solution is before we get off of here? What is the solution? What is the protocol a woman should follow when dealing with or seeing somebody that's with a significant other or a girlfriend or a wife on the set? What should they be doing?
When I was younger, I was approached by one of my very close friends' husband. And he petitioned me for something. And the hurt and pain I felt a guiltiness, like I shouldn't have wore that dress, or I shouldn't have smiled at him, or I shouldn't have spoke. I felt so bad towards my sister, like I had did something wrong. But the truth of the matter is her husband had an issue. Her man had an issue. So I think if you respect yourself and everything around you, you know, and hold each other accountable. You know, brother, don't disrespect me like that. I know one brother introduced me to his wife, and me and her became close. That was my sister. But then he thought that he could bring his hoe around me. Right. And I felt very disrespected. I felt like I can't even really look at him in his eyes. And I know that this is a male-dominated world. But like James Brown said, you know, this is a man's world, but it ain't shit without a woman. And so these women need activity. A lot of these women are on the set for protection. These brothers help these sisters move. They mentor their sons. So we need each other. Like it wouldn't be fun if we didn't have each other.
Right.
So I think if you respect yourself and everything around you, that would help shut a lot of this down. Like I think men should do a little bit more to say no, man, oh wow. You know, in that instance where that girl grabbed your hand and I was on the other side holding your hand, and it took that brother that was talking to you to tell her, whoever she was, don't do that. Don't you see this man here with his woman? Go back over there. And when I saw the way he talked to her, I was like, okay, I am dealing with certain certain type of women. So why should I get down on their level because they want to be ignorant? Or I'm a lady and I got so much to lose. I got my children probably watching this video now. And so I want to be respected. So I may not handle her because she means nothing to me, but I may say something to him like, really? And that's all I got to say. And he pretty much, but I'm not going to ruin my day or my night or us having a good time. You know, I'll say something like, okay, I saw that. And then once we get home, we're going to discuss it. I'll never take that away from you. I know that when you're out on stage, you're on stage, and I'm on stage as well. But I think you could do a better job at, like, you know, I don't know if you mentioned what happened in church yesterday yet.
Oh my goodness. So yesterday.
What happened in church, man? What happened in the house of the Lord?
In the house of the Lord.
Right. In the house of the Lord. The Lord.
In the house of the Lord.
The house of the Lord.
We were in church yesterday, and some young mother, and she was pretty cute too. She was in some sort of stretch pants. I haven't been to church in a long time. I didn't think you wore stretch pants to church.
Hey, they say come as you are. They say come as you are.
She
But
had her.
Lavish, can I say something? You're not gonna go to court with no yoga pants on, and maybe you will. I know that for a fact that when you go to court, you're gonna try to look as presentable as you can, especially if your freedom is at stake.
Yeah.
So why would you go in the house of the Lord wearing some yoga pants? First off, let's start right there. Yeah, come as you are, but you got clothes. You wear dresses and stuff to the club.
She was looking for some. She was looking for one of them deacons, trustees, ushers.
I don't know about. Listen, I haven't been to church in a long time. When I went to church, when I grew up, you couldn't even wear pants to church. You couldn't even wear a skirt above your knees. So I've been seeing stuff in church like I've never seen before. Women walking in pants, and so she had on these very tight legging thingies, and something happened. She had to get something, and she stretched her ass over the top of me, booty in my face right here. And I had to avert my eyes, saith the Lord. I could feel Tia staring through me like, I wish you would look at that ass, my nigga.
So you focus your eyes on the spot on the wall. You didn't move. You just focused on the spot on the wall.
I'm not like that. Like I want a woman's body is very.
I could
like,
feel the stares. I could feel it. Like I could feel the X-ray eyes of Superman. Like I wish he would look at that ass. And I was like, whew.
You didn't tell me till after we left that. Oh my God, did you? I wasn't gonna say nothing just yet, but you said something. So in that instance, you felt like, sweating. Oh,
I wanted to acknowledge that ass. It looked great. But you don't do that in church.
First off, you're a man.
First
off, you're a man. So I know a man.
This poor child. I should have said, child, if you don't sit your ass down. She was a young mother in her 20s or something. But hey, this is
she would have answered, okay, daddy.
But that's when the women come, that's when older women come into play to teach her. Maybe she don't know you're not supposed to do you maybe you could say, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I think she said, excuse me, Tia.
I didn't hear excuse me, but you know, you may have heard excuse me.
But she went and then came back the same way. And I leaned back.
You know, you fit the sugar daddy status, man.
Is that what it was?
She was just shooting the shot to see if he was taking a bite. I don't know if he is or not, but I'm gonna see.
I catch hell for everything. Tia, I catch hell. My own family gave me hell about my Google Assistant voice. Like, what? I don't know. Why do I have to catch hell over my Google Assistant voice? Hey, Google, introduce yourself.
I am Gemini, an adaptive AI collaborator. I can help you generate text, images, and videos, or just chat about your day. Is there a specific project or idea you'd like to dive into first?
Wait a minute. Hey, Gemini is cheating on me, and she told me her name was something different.
She playing all of y'all. She playing all of y'all.
This bad boy. Come on, bro. Hold on. Let me get this thing right. Hold on. Here's how I know that Gemini is for the streets. Hey Google, what time is it?
12:08 p.m. Would you like me to set a timer or an alarm for you?
You got my woman. You got my Gemini woman.
For the street.
Oh man.
She for everybody, huh?
She's what they call around down here, what the white boys call a pass around.
She's for the streets, man. The disrespect of women started back in the early hip hop era, and it just got worse. And the people that complain about the message, they blast the stuff all day. Hey, something else happened. Muzzleplex, the greatest hater of Black Dragon, just endorsed Tia. He said she can do no wrong. That is, yeah. I mean, Tia can.
Well
there ain't
said.
nothing Tia can do to make me hate. I'm Team Tia. This is my greatest hater. Oh my goodness, it's good to see you, Muzzleplex. But anyway, that's our show for today. Did anybody have anything else?
No, man, I want to shout out my guy Logic. He's somewhere out there, cyber world, probably watching, man. So, Logic.
We love to meet you, Logic. And you know something? I have so many people that have sent me messages for me to send to Logic, and everybody is saying, man, come back to the show. Oh my goodness, we got Mike Ball on a Mike Ball raid. What's up, Mike Ball fans? It's good to see you all. What's up, Mike Ball? I appreciate you, young man. Let's see. My best friend, Keith Corley, y'all supposed to clear it with your boy before you go after a female they used to mess with. Yes, that's a whole nother channel. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother channel. Hey, I appreciate that. Keep K2, keep on trucking. Thank you very much for that kind donation, man. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that so much. Listen, it's let's see, USA versus Canada. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but we appreciate you. Email bigbone@outcast@gmail.com. Facebook, Bone OFFO. IG is Big Bone OFFO. And TikTok is Big Bone OFFO. And YouTube is The Boneyard, The Big Boneyard.
My club is supposed to be down there seeing you Friday.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're supposed to be seeing you Friday. I was supposed to be coming down there this weekend, but I got that award ceremony. I'm being awarded on Saturday.
And congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing your folks. But man, I'm telling you, you don't even know, man. Folks I got in arguments over the past month about you and your matter of fact on the show a couple of 3 times I had to get in somebody's ass behind saying, well, don't you think, expressing their different opinions, which I kind of don't care about, but I dispatched them expeditiously. I've gotten quite good at it. I did want to share this right quick. The reason I threw up the socials and like that is because somebody asked about that HB 429. I keep it super fast. HB 429 has cleared the House. It's in the Senate now. So it's now SB 536. And if you go to my Facebook, you'll see I've got a couple of different posts up there where you can click on a link and get to the Florida senator that it has the list of the senators that are in the committee. You can send them an email. You can call them. They really do follow and track that stuff. It does mean something. Send them a letter and tell them, hey, you don't want them to vote up. You want them to vote down on SB 536. That is that bill where they're trying to make it so that anybody that they say is a gang member or a domestic terrorist organization. And anyway, there's more information about it, but hit my Facebook or any of the other socials and give us a hand. We definitely need some hand. We need some help with this thing. We got some heavy lifting to do, but we can actually win this fight. We can win this fight. So y'all please go there, check it out, and make your voices be heard.
K2 Keep on Trucking said he was still celebrating the USA won gold and sent Canada home crying. That was really cool to see the USA win. Congratulations, Team USA. Hey, I appreciate everybody for being on the show. Yes, we do miss you, Dr. Logic. Man, we hope you're doing well. We love you, man. We love you, bro. And Lavish, Big Bone, thank you so much for being on the show. Tia, thank you. And you'll be doing your show. You got a show coming up, right? You'll be doing your show soon. So
maybe not.
She's coming back on the air. I can't wait to see it.
I just came on because Redbone was on. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I know. I know. All right, sweetie. You take care. Let you get your last words before you go. Anything?
Love, stay healthy and stay free. Stay healthy and stay free.
Amen.
Right on.
All right then. Talk to you later. See you in a few.
Thank you, Lisa.
All right, Big Bone 1%er. We'll be playing your outro when we go out as well. So
thanks, sir. Thanks, sir.
All right.
Thank y'all for letting me spend some time here.
Oh man.
No,
great,
no, I was just saying,
always great having you. Lavish.
Oh man, listen, man. As always, man, I want y'all to be safe out there. Have an enjoyable day. It's the beginning of the week, and I want y'all week to be great and straight, man. Go out there, hustle hard to get that money.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
It's your boy Black Dragon, man. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to get my newest books, Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs. You guys have made these #1 bestsellers already. Thank you so much. Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs and The Art of War for Motorcycle Clubs, my 2 newest books out there. And my latest book coming out within about a week or so is going to be the Motorcycle Club Chaplain's Handbook. And so I can't wait till you guys see that, especially for aspiring chaplains and motorcycle ministries and things like this. We've put this handbook together to explain MC protocol, a lot of the things that you may see as a chaplain or a motorcycle ministry on the Motorcycle Club set. This is your guide, your handbook to letting you know about our lives and how you can best affect the religious aspect of chaplaining and chaplaincy to people on the motorcycle set. So can't wait till you guys get this book out there to help guide you as you try to guide us spiritually in what we need in the chaplaincy and motorcycle clubs. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. And we will go out with these messages, first from Big Bone and then myself. Peace. Whoa. Why ain't that playing? Wow. That's interesting.
Oh, hold on. It kicked off. I don't want to throw it back up.
Okay, I'm gonna remove it and let you give me another one. Okay, yeah. Let me do that one. No, that's your intro. This is your commercial.
Oh,
I need your commercial.
Put it right up there.
I don't have all that fancy stuff yet.
Whoa, shit. What happened to Big Bone?
What did
Oops.
you do?
Come back.
What did you do?
I kicked him. I was trying to kick that and I kicked the wrong damn thing. Come back, Big Bone. Come back. Oh my goodness. I need an engineer. I can't wait till we get MacGyver trained up, and I need to show some more people. I need to show Goose how to run.
I got to learn how to work. I got to get StreamYard as well as a backup. I got to get on mine to see if I can do the vertical thing for the phones. Like
Yeah,
we got
that-
going on right now.
Yeah.
I
I'll
haven't
show you how
messed
to use it.
around
We'll
with
do a training session for all of us. I think Big Bone's gone. Okay, so we'll just go
What do
out.
you pay? About $350 a year? Oh no, you said you pay a month.
It's like $49 a month. So I kicked you out by accident. Are you coming back? No, I was trying to play your commercial, but I kicked you by accident.
All right, well, you go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get up off of here.
All right.
Y'all have a good day. Enjoy all that other stuff.
Okay.
Shout out
yeah,
Big
he's not coming
Bone.
back. All right. Thanks, man. Take care.
All right. Yeah.
Peace. All right, here we go. We're getting out of here, man. We had a lot of fun. Always have fun with you guys, man. And to my new audience that has been coming on, because now we're streaming straight up and down. So we get like double the audience. That's crazy. So anyway, welcome to the Black Dragon Biker TV, Black Dragon Biker News Network. And hope to see you again tomorrow. All righty. Here we go. Peace.